supposed to know this information yet? War is approaching. This gives a lot of people hope. I am a little nervous, but also a little bit excited to embark on this journey. I'm nervous because I've never done a tandem read before, and I'm excited because I want to learn more about what's going to happen in the book. I got my checklist, I have my Kindle, I have my will to finish this. I want to talk to you about it. This is kind of like my reading journal, honestly. It's just me logging my thoughts. Eddie got me these flowers for Valentine's Day. Apparently you're supposed to be changing out the water like every 2 to 3 days. So that's what I'm gonna do right now while I talk to you about my first initial thoughts regarding Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn so far. Did they already discuss this in previous books on why Dorian had access to his powers even when the towers were up? Even when magic was banished? Why did he still have his powers? I think they presumed it's because his dad is in the same bloodline and he was the one that put up the wards against magic. But why? Am I supposed to know this information yet? Because as I was reading it, I was like, did I miss something? But if I'm not supposed to know this information yet, then cool. So far, that's pretty much my observation. I'm really happy that I'm doing a tandem read, because if I hadn't known to do a tandem read for these two books, and let's just say I finished Empire Storms and then I read Tower of Dawn next, and I learned that it's in the same exact timeline, I would have been like, oh, not like that. That's a little dramatic. I would have preferred to do a tandem read. Like, I don't want to finish one book only to go to the next book and I'm still in the same timeline. I want to be able to progress when I reach the next book in the series. Does that make sense? At first I was a little bit intimidated, but now I'm thankful. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading. I'm on the second chapter of Tower of Dawn, so I still have a long way to go. This cheesecake filling for Valentine's Day as a treat for Eddie. I saw it as a recipe from Teeny on TikTok and it's so good. I'm getting farther into Empire of Storm in the tandem read, but then I get to Tower of Dawn, I'm like, oh, I'm only on the 4th chapter. I feel like I'm making progress in reading, but then you get to Tower of Dawn and you're only like barely starting. So it feels like this video is gonna take a long time for me to finish. I know it's gonna take a while, but I will say that with every chapter, important things are happening. These two books are very important books in the series, of course, because war is approaching. There's always war. Everything literally has been such an important piece of the bigger picture goal that they all have. So it's cool because now we're getting perspectives from additional characters. There's so many characters now in this story. When you guys read books, do you picture how it would play out in movies? Because that's how I'm picturing it right now. That's how my mind works when it comes to reading. I'll see you in a bit. to update you on where I stand with my tandem read right now. I am officially 25% into my tandem read in both books. At this point, if it's not obvious already, this is the part where I do kind of spoil some things along the plot. But I want to record this reading journal for myself and perhaps for you too, who might want to look back on some of the things that took place with each book within this series. So at this point, word has already gotten out that the Queen of Terrassen has been freed. She is out there in the wild. We don't know where she is, but this gives a lot of people hope right now. In these two books, we're following several characters, and it's a lot for me to keep track of. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's like so many different missions that I'm keeping track of, but obviously that's just the nature of things because we're reading two books at the same time. We're trying to find allies, we're trying to be healed, we're trying to just take back the throne. I have no idea how we're going to come together and beat the King of Darkness, aka Erewhon. I keep thinking about like the Erewhon grocery store here in LA, and that's just Erewhon, whatever. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I feel like that's such a huge undertaking. In previous books, Selena was conquering her own battles as an assassin, and then it went into her self-discovery era to where she learned how to love her true self. I really like where this story is going. I'll see you later. This just shows you, if I have these on, I literally have no plans besides like maybe go grocery shopping, but that's it. I'm excited. It's raining. It's like the perfect weather to just chill at home, honestly, and do nothing but read. That's exactly what we're about to do. So I've read this. Well, I can't believe I actually finally finished these two books. It feels like it actually has been forever since I started this. I went on vacation to Asia, as you may or may not know. Please watch the videos of that. Thankfully, there was like a 13 and a 14-hour flight, and somewhere in between there were shorter flights, so I was able to actually finish this during my trip somewhere on the plane. I mean, what can I say? Immediately after that, I'm like, do I either tough it out and just go ahead and continue on to Kingdom of Ash, or should I just like take a little break, maybe just take a little pause from this world? I don't even know where to begin with these two books because so much has happened. Pretty much every single perspective that we are following in the story is doing what they can to help with the war and fighting King Erewhon. To be honest with you, every single time that I got to Tower of Dawn, I'm like, bro, how much do we care about Chaol's perspective on things? Okay, that's mean. Chaol did in the very end kind of redeem himself, but it took some time. It took like the whole book for me to gain interest in caring for him again. Typically in Sarah J. Maas's books, you'll reach the 70 or 80% of the book, and at that point it's gonna be a turning point. I didn't really get that. It just felt like we came across more and more and more problems. All odds are against them. And here's another takeaway that I had from the books. Every time that there's like a romantic connection that would spark up, I'm like, are we all just trauma bonding here? Typically, I'm like, okay, we could find other ways to connect, but you have to understand, it's like these people have gone through so much together, you can't help but trauma bond. I just can't even imagine. I can't even imagine all of the things that they had to go through throughout this time. Another thing that I wanted to note from my experience is the checklist that I was referencing. I should just be thankful that there was a person out there and took it from the goodness of their heart to produce a checklist for us to do this tandem read. I'm so glad that I did it this way. I can't believe I didn't record anything from Kingdom of Ash, but that just shows that I was too immersed in the book to even consider picking up my camera to talk to you about it. But know that I finished the Tower of Dawn series. I can't believe I'm actually done with it. I'm happy with how it ended. It feels right. I didn't think I would really appreciate this series as much as I did. I am a huge ACOTAR stan and fan. I think I would still rank ACOTAR #1 just because I love the romantasy aspect of it. While they do have that here too, it's not as much, but I respect and love how she wrote it. I just can't believe that this is it. This is it for us. I'm done with this series. I don't even know if this was entertaining at all, but I'm happy to have experienced this and gone through this with you. I really appreciate you watching these. Hopefully I see you in more videos. Please make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified for more videos. Thank you so much. Bye.